to What's Happening in the Mother Lode
with Sarah.
And Sarah.
So we are back again, and it is
the middle of February. Middle of it's almost the middle of February is what we're talking about.
I mean, I can't even believe and January was chock full of stuff already.
It was, yeah.
I mean, it's like the storms were crazy, and we'll talk to you a little bit about some of the FEMA assistance that's available. And then so many people from the music industry died, like Jeff Beck and Lisa Marie Presley, and then Crosby, Stills, and Nash guy, Crosby. I can't remember his first name. I think his dad, I'll get some flack for that. But it's been, and there's been other people too. It's been like, well, I'm happy January's done. Yeah. At the same time, it's February.
It's February, and February means spring is right around the corner. It's coming up quick, and
planting.
It's a whole thing, and then also Valentine's Day. So we have a lot.
There's a lot
going on.
There's a lot.
As the weather gets nicer,
there's going to be even more. And there's just more things going on.
And it's nice to be out and about.
Yeah,
especially after all that rainstorms and all of that, where we were kind of hunkered in for a little bit. Yeah. And this weather's been gorgeous. I mean, bring a light jacket. Well, bring a heavy jacket when the breeze comes up. But it's nice.
Yeah, it is nice. It's nice when it's sunny. It's getting pretty cold in the evening still, but. We can see the weather change, and so fast. Right?
Yes, exactly.
Well, we do have a few things for you for this coming up week, and then obviously some things to look forward to as well.
Yep.
But what we wanted to talk to you first about was all of the opportunity that you have to actually get some help if you've had some storm damage from the storms. And there are a lot of locations where you can go to. You can actually go to FEMA at Health and Human Services here in San Andreas. You can go, I think it's FEMA as well, out at the Calaveras County Fairgrounds for help. Valley Springs, I believe that is at, let me scroll down here. Yep, Calaveras Consolidated Fire, you can go there. And if you want a list of all the places where you can go and get help filling out forms and all of those things, you can actually go to the Calaveras County website, Office of Emergency Services. So, there's a lot of people that have come out to help.
Which makes sense because that storm that came through, those last couple of storms, it was no joke. It did some damage.
Oh, a lot of damage.
I mean, the flooding alone, and then the wind and all of that. So use this resources because there's a lot of people who definitely are going to need help.
Yes, and don't poo-poo it either. No. Don't go, they won't pay for that. You don't know they're not going to pay for it or help you out with it unless you apply. Yeah. And they're helping you apply. They've sent people out from FEMA. And we have local assistance as well, and they're working really hard to make sure that every person who can qualify for help gets help. So make sure you just turn your application in because
the worst thing they can say is no.
Absolutely.
But more than likely they will say yes. They can help you.
Exactly. So, and hopefully we won't be drenched again.
It seems like there's little rainstorms here and there, but nothing like it was. So we are looking at the week of February 3rd through February 9th. So we're rolling into the middle of February towards the end of it, but we'll probably also hit into Valentine's Day and things like that. Just so you guys can do the pre-planning ahead of time because some of these events sell out pretty quick.
They sell out really quickly. In fact, the Calaveras Humane Society is having a big do, and they have already sold out of their group tables. Nice. You can still get individual tickets, but you better get there fast. And go to calaverashumanesociety.org to find out more about that. We'll talk about it a little bit more too, but that's one of those events that sells out super quickly. And the the group tables, like if you want to buy a table,
which it makes
those
it
are gone.
nice because you can just go, you have your friends, your family, you know who you're sitting with. But it's also really nice just to go individually with a partner or a couple and then just kind of meet and
Enjoy
greet
yourself. Yeah, absolutely.
And it's a great cause.
Oh, it is. It is. As you know, we love the puppies.
We do love the little fur babies.
The little fur babies.
And the lizard babies.
And the scale babies. And the scale babies.
And the feather babies.
And
all of them.
All of them. We love all of them. So as we've told you before here at the studio, as a fundraiser for Focus Friends of Calaveras Animal Services. I always want to say shelter, but it's services and CCTV. We have a Love Your Pet video contest, and we have loved all the submissions, and we want to see more.
Yes,
actually.
we do.
So we're actually extending the submission deadline from February 1st to February 5th, which is Sunday.
So it gives you guys a little bit more time to submit.
Absolutely.
Because some of those videos, all of the videos are adorable and cute, and we want to see more adorable and cute.
So we couldn't help ourselves.
No.
So if you are interested, just email us at calpeg7@gmail.com or contact us on Messenger or call us at 209-754-4021. And we want to see more of those little pet videos.
We do. Yep. And it gives you that bragging right if you win.
That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So a big thing that we are noticing that is happening in February is crab feeds. We have quite a few crab feeds.
There's a lot.
So, over in Amador on Friday, February 3rd, the Jackson Elks Lodge is doing a crab feed dinner, and this is open to the members and guests. It's 5 p.m. cocktails, 6 p.m. dinner. It's $55 a ticket, and only 100 tickets are available. So this could be sold out at this point. Yeah. You can go to the Elks Lodge in Jackson and buy it at the Lodge Bar. They have salad, French bread, spaghetti and sauce, and 2 pounds of crab and desserts. Ooh. And so it's a lot of food.
It is a lot of food, a lot of good food. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And then also Saturday, February 4th, Lake Tulloch Lions Club is having their annual crab feed, and this is one of their main fundraisers through the year. Again, crab, pasta, salad, bread, desserts, $65 per person. This is at Black Creek Hall in Copperopolis. Doors will open at 5 p.m. Dinner is from 6 to 9. And you can place to-go orders for pickup, which is really nice. So you can pick those up between 3 and 4 p.m. So just go to copperopolislions.org and you can purchase your tickets there.
That's fantastic. And another one is the annual Ione Rotary Crab Feed, and this is on February 4th, and it's from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's $70 a ticket. Again, you guys are getting crab and so much food, so well worth that price. And so this is an all-you-can-eat fundraising Dungeness Crab Feed, and it's going to be at the Evelyn Bishop Hall at the Howard Park, and so this is in Ione. They have in the silent auction, they have raffle and door prizes.
Cool.
And so, again, you can call them at 209-274-2231. It doesn't say if they have a limit on tickets, but I would still sell because I imagine they got just as much crab as they need as of right now.
Yeah, exactly. Oh. And you remember last year there was no crab.
No.
You remember?
Yeah, so a lot of people are going to be out and about, so I would jump on these today.
Yes, exactly, exactly. So let me just scooch around. And then also, actually, this Friday, let me just hop on over there. And my page refreshed itself by itself. I'm like, oh my gosh. The Calaveras County Wine Alliance. Let me just click on over there.
Perfect.
And it's probably, there we go. There we go, Friday at 9 a.m. It's a growers education event.
Nice.
And this is actually, this type of thing is like super interesting, even if you're not into like soil, okay? Mm-hmm. So this is actually the Sierra Foothills Soil Survey results and is presented by Andrew Brown, who's a local soil scientist. And it is survey results from 2022 from the soils up here.
That is
as
fantastic.
they pertain to vineyards and grape growing and that type of thing. So this actually looks really fascinating to me. It's from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. at the Murphy's Hotel in Murphy's, and just contact the Calaveras Wine Grape Alliance to find out more. You can find them on Facebook. And then you can also, I'm not seeing their, oh, here we go. You can RSVP at mark@calaveraswines.org.
It sounds like a fascinating event. I mean,
Yeah.
you learn so much, especially if you're a grower or planning to be a grower.
It is, it is.
It's
a lot of times they
invaluable.
go into the history of it all.
Which is amazing.
Because the history and the different layers of the
Which would make
geological
sense.
sediment essentially determines what, amongst other things, determines what types of grapes you can actually grow, and which are really, really good. Like some regions are known for, a certain type, like a Pinot Noir or a Chardonnay or whatever, and a lot of that has to do with the
ground soil.
historical layering
Which
of
would
the
make
soil.
sense because and it depends on what they're getting into their plants.
Absolutely. So if you are even remotely interested in that, I would recommend you go and go to this particular event.
Yeah, that sounds fascinating. Another learning one is the Fruit Tree Grafting and Scion Exchange, and this is February 4th. And this is put on by the UCC Master Gardeners of Amador County. And it's a public event, and it is at the Airport Road in Jackson from 9 to 12. And what they do is during the dormant season, late winter to early spring is a wonderful time to expand the options in your fruit orchard. So they teach you how to graft one plant to another plant.
Oh,
so
cool.
you can get those varieties of
Wow.
like different types of walnuts, I think it is, and
absolutely.
apples and grapes and things like that. And then they're also doing a Plan Your 2023 garden, which was scheduled back in January 14th, but the rain changed that.
Yeah.
So they are also having that February 4th from 12 to 3. So you can do grafting, and then you can go to planting your garden.
Planting your garden. And
so
that's another fascinating.
It is another
to map out your garden.
there.
Yes.
Those plants need to start getting into the ground or start into something. Yeah, start getting them growing if you're growing. So this again is located at 12200B Airport Road in Jackson. So you go towards like you're going to Sutter Hill. It's there on the right towards the animal shelter. Up in that way. And this is the perfect time to start planting your garden for spring and then getting ready. And they're going to tell you all the things and what to plant, because I mean they're going to look at your zoning, your
zone, your
zone
levels,
and all
your
that
elevation,
stuff. So,
all of that stuff. Yeah.
so
there's a lot to it.
It's a lot to get ready.
And then also over in Tuolumne County, actually, they are having the Columbia Artists Jazz Series for a jazz festival, which is for high school students and the public, is what it says. And it includes performances with professional jazz musicians participating.
Nice.
And it will be actually on 2 days, which is February 3rd at 6 p.m. at Sonora High School Auditorium, and that will feature Matt Faulkner and Paul Contos with the Sonora High School Jazz Band and Columbia Kicks Big Band. And then on February 4th at 4, Somerville High School Theater will feature Kenny Washington, Matt Faulkner, and Paul Contos. Tickets are $20, and they're available at the Mountain Bookshop, which is over there actually near Kohl's.
Nice.
Yeah. So that sounds like, I mean, jazz is always fun.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun.
That's just always fun.
Another concert that is getting ready to happen is one of these nights, the Songs of the Eagles, is at the Sutter Creek Theater. This is on February 4th from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. You can give the Sutter Creek Theater a call at 916-425-0077. You can also go to suttercreektheater.com to buy tickets. Tickets are $25 in advance and $29 for the show day.
Okay.
And they have open seating beer and wine available. And this is a tribute band to the Best of the Eagles, and it's all the Eagles hits. So you can't really go wrong with that.
That's cool.
So
Yeah. And then, so there's a lot of music in our area.
There really is.
There's a lot of music in Murphy's and Angels Camp. There's the Miners Lounge, and there's just a lot of music. So if you want to actually just go out and listen,
Yeah.
you can hear. So instead of just going through line by line, that's what we're going to tell you.
Otherwise, there's a
we'll
lot
be
of
here
bands.
for a long time. Exactly. And there's a lot of live bands too.
Yep.
So there is one other thing. Well, actually more than one other thing. On Saturday, which actually, yes, it's still weird to see February.
It is weird. It keeps throwing me off. I keep wanting to say it's January.
It's January.
And I'm like, no, wait a minute.
It's like, no, it's not.
You know, when we started the show up, I'm like, I messed up. I said February, and I'm like, no, that's right.
Wait, that's
right.
That's correct. So on February 4th, the Sonora Sunrise Rotary Foundation will present its 37th annual Orient Express Run, and they're calling it Together Again. This is it's actually over in a run over in Chinese Camp. There's a 1 mile and a 4 mile trek. This will go on rain or shine, and it is a benefit for the Rotary, the Sonora Sunrise Rotary over there. So if you want to find out more, contact info@sonorasunriserotary.org.
Awesome. If you are into bonsai trees, you can tune up your bonsai with the tune-up demo at the Mother Lode Bonsai Club, which we talked about this last thing.
We did.
It's fascinating.
It is. I'm laughing because you wouldn't think it would be so all-encompassing, a bonsai tree, but they are. Yeah.
And there's seasons to do it, just like any other plant that you would be dealing with. I mean, but this one's more like a piece of art to me.
Yes,
like you look at them and you're
absolutely.
like, man. So early spring is the best time of year to prepare your bonsai for the growing season ahead. And so the Mother Lode Bonsai Club is there to help. And what they're going to do is they're going to do a free public demonstration on Saturday, February 4th. And they will also assist you on how to do it, how to manage your own bonsai. So I imagine you can bring your bonsai tree in and they can...
I would think so.
Or get you started with the bonsai if you've always wanted to do it. They have a guest speaker, Dan Doc Ward's going to present the bonsai tune-up, and then it's going to follow up with the club's monthly meeting. And this is all at the San Andreas County Library, or Central Library, and this is off of Mountain Ranch Road over here in San Andreas. And you can also give them a call, Doug, at 209-588 6834 if you want to get in contact and find out more information.
Yeah, and what's fascinating about our area is there's always a lot of things going on that are very unique and kind of different from each other, so you can find pretty much everything.
You can, yes. And it seems like we have a lot of the talented people who live around. We talked about this. If you go shopping locally, you're going to find these crafts or these arts from our local residents that make these things that just blow you out of the water. You don't, you wouldn't
even think
it.
Yeah, exactly.
But our community and just the Mother Lode, all three counties we are very, very unique.
The unique and together at the same time. It's really kind of fascinating.
Really interesting. And it's so, we have bonsai trees, and then we have these amazing chefs and these amazing artists and musicians. Yeah. And it just seems like we have the best of everything.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the newer things that we have going on, and this is from the Calaveras County Library, and it's at different branch libraries, but I saw the photos from the last time they did this, and it just looked amazing. And this is, it's basically crafts at the library for adults. Teens are welcome too, and their theme in February is to make 3D paper roses.
That's fun.
Which is really fun. So I'll read the dates. So the first one obviously has gone by, but the second one is actually Tuesday, February 7th, and that's at the Arnold branch at 3 p.m. And then if you're in the McCollum Hill area, McCollum Hill Branch Library, Wednesday, February 8th at 10 a.m. The Copperopolis Branch, will be February 14th, actually Valentine's Day at 2:30 p.m. And then I will tell you the rest of them next week because they have them on the 15th, the 21st, the 22nd, the 27th, and the 28th. And there were so many people that showed up at the last one, which was a winter theme.
Which would make sense.
And they're really nice
and it
what they
seems
make.
like it's like I'm looking at the pictures, and these are things that can be like you can use in like a wedding bouquet.
Yes.
You can use these as on your table. They're really neat looking and very artistic. And I love the fact that the class is geared towards adults because most of the time when you hear craft,
You think of kids.
think of kids.
Yeah.
So that is fantastic. And I'm pulling up.
Yeah,
And then-
there's another thing that I saw too, which of course is now not there.
So, speaking of weddings, there you go. My train of thought was like, we went to weddings.
You're like, wait.
Calaveras is doing the wedding fair at Ironstone Vineyards this Sunday, February 5th. And it will be from 12 to 3 p.m. So you can go up there and meet local vendors. You can do taste catering and cake samples and see all the latest fashions and so much more. So again, if you're planning to get married in 2023 or 2024, this is a great venue to go to and find out what Calaveras offers for that. You can go to motherlodecelebrations.com to enter. It's free, so you can get a free ticket there. And then they also have a exclusive grand prize that you can, when you register, you get submitted into. So this is at the Ironstone Vineyards up in Murphy's. And this is this Sunday, February 5th, 12 to 3 p.m.
Okay. And then also on Sunday, February 5th, the Angels Camp Museum Foundation Historical Lecture Series will be taking place. And that takes place actually the first Sunday of every month at the Carriage House over there at the Angels Camp Museum. It is $10 per person, and it is from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. They go dark in January, but they're back for February. This particular lecture is by Lynn Downey. She's an author and historian, and she will be talking about, and I always get this wrong, Arequipa and area sanatoriums. Now, Arequipa, I actually looked this up because I was like, I had never heard of any of our local sanatoriums actually called Arequipa. Apparently, Arequipa was over on the coast, and it was particularly for women.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and it sounded like it was absolutely fascinating. So she will talk about that. She wrote a book about it.
Which is cool.
But she'll also talk about our local sanatoriums, like the one in Murphy's and that type of thing too. So that should be a really fascinating lecture. We will be filming it as well, so you'll be able to see it. But it's always fun to go in person.
And you get those questions answered that kind of come up involved. And so you can't, otherwise you're Googling it.
Yeah.
Like, you have an expert, might as well go.
Exactly.
To get ready for Valentine's Day, Amador Senior Center is doing a Simply Crafty Designs Valentine's card making class. So this is Tuesday, February 7th from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. It's at the Amador Senior Center in Jackson, so right off of New York Ranch Road. And you can call 209-223-0442 to sign up. And these, the cards that they're showing, it's
super cute.
Really cute. It has a little heart, it says love across, and it looks very professional.
Yeah, it does.
And that should get you geared up
for Valentine's. And there's actually a lot of events going on around Valentine's, so we're going to try and hit on some of them.
Yep.
The first is actually a sweetheart dance. This will be on February 11th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. This is at the Native Sons Hall in Murphy's, and this is parents and grandparents can accompany your kids for a special family day, a date night, essentially, with dancing and desserts, photos, and so it's $30 per couple, and then $5 for each additional ticket. So
That's not bad.
It's not bad. So if you want to go as like grandma and granddad, and then maybe add and your little or whatever. So it's very affordable. So you can purchase tickets online at dreammountaincc.com/sweetheartdance.
I love that.
And I think that's been going on for a while. So.
And I like that fact that you can just go be like, okay, here's the couple, the parents or the grandparents, and then you can trickle all your kids down and have a family Valentine.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
And then if you're into chocolate, they have a Heavenly Chocolate Festival, which is all you can eat chocolate. And this is February 11th, so gearing you straight up towards Valentine's.
Yep.
It's at the First Congregational Church of Murphy's. And then this is February 11th from 1 to 4 p.m. It's $15 and then $5 for kids under 8, which I bet you the kids under 8 will out-eat the parents. And then they also have wine by the glass to enjoy with chocolate tasting. So that's $5, which is always good to pair.
It's fun, yeah.
And then you can get your tickets or call for more information for the church office, which is 209-728-3141. Tickets are also available at the door.
Yes. And then there's also the Sweetheart Supper by the Valley Springs Optimist Club. That will take place on February 11th as well from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Tickets are $25 per person, $40 a couple. This will be at the Veterans Hall, which is right near the Valley Springs Elementary School on Daphne Street. And there will be music and food, and there will also be, I believe, raffles there too. And menu is chicken and potatoes and vegetables and rolls, and I've heard there's going to be some pretty amazing desserts there too.
Nice.
So if you're interested in buying tickets, you can call 209-754-1699, or you can visit calaverasvolunteer.com. And while you're on that website, they actually list anywhere in the county that you may want to volunteer.
That's cool.
So all the organizations who are looking for volunteers are on that website, so you can just kind of take a look through and go, oh, that would be really interesting to maybe go to Calaveras County TV.
Yeah, exactly.
Or whoever, the Lions or the Stroptimists or whoever, and you can find out where to get in touch with them and find out about volunteering.
Which is fantastic because, we sometimes have extra time, and it's nice to volunteer your time.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
to meet new people, and especially the organizations, because you don't know what's going to happen, how much fun you will have, and how much help you do.
Oh, absolutely.
Because volunteers, a lot of our, especially like the animal services and
animal
like that.
service is another group. They need volunteers.
So we definitely need the people out there.
Yes.
And I think with COVID we started losing a lot of that. So we need to kind of get that back as a community.
To come back out and volunteer, and a lot of our community events are actually run by volunteers, and they benefit a lot of our local nonprofits.
Yep. And then on Valentine's Day, they have the Valentine dinner at camps, and so this is at Greenhorn Creek Resort, and this is on Tuesday, February 14th, from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. So this is price per person is $89, and that's tax and gratuity not included. And this has soup and salad, and it's a lobster biscuit with a cream freesia, and they also have hearts of Roman artichokes. So these dishes look amazing. And then, so this is at the camp's restaurant, so reservations are required. So we were talking about this early, because if you do want to go and have this lovely dinner for Valentine's, you want to make that phone call now to get the reservation in. So you can call them at 209-729-8181, and this is over in Angels Camp at the camp's restaurant. And then we also have on that day,
there's a few things. I'm like clicking over, and it's the Lube Room has a $30 per person actually, and you can book now at events@thelubroom.com. That's actually pretty far up the hill, but you feel like you're on vacation when you're there, honestly. So you can go to the Lube Room Saloon. It's steak, shrimp, scampi, and pasta served with a side salad, and this is like the really most important part, raspberry cheesecake. Woo,
that has me hooked.
Only $30.
That's well worth the cheesecake.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Another wonderful location to spend that romantic day on is the Ironstone Vineyards up in Murphy's. They have this is Love on the Vine 2023, so it's a dinner and dancing with your loved ones. And this is put on the live music by the Ron Harris Band. And they have a choice of prime rib, salmon, or so you have they have a list of stuff that looks absolutely fantastic that you can choose from. I'm looking at it and I'm like, there's so much here. They have desserts and all that stuff, and it is $85 per person, and you have to make your reservations sooner than later because it will go up quick. And you can go and do that at Explore. What is this? ExploreTalk.com, Ironstone Vineyards. Yeah. But the other way you can do it is you can actually go to the Calaveras County website, and if you go down to the visitor aspect and go to the 14th, it will have Love on the Vine, and it will lead you over to where you can buy tickets.
Yes.
And a lot of these events we talk to, if you go to the county that we're talking about and you go towards the visitor, like the Visit Calaveras or Visit Tuolumne or Visit Amador, they have a lot of these links that you can find what we're talking about to get to where you can pay for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, we don't want you to forget about the live theater that's actually still going on in the county. And The Great Gatsby is over at Fourth Wall Entertainment Troupe at the Metropolitan in San Andreas. And you can go to their ticketing site at eventbrite.com and search for Fourth Wall Entertainment Troupe to find dates and actually prices and that type of thing. What's really cool about this particular show is they actually have these $6 drink specials that are geared towards the play.
Yeah,
right?
which is fantastic.
Which is fun, like the Bee's Knees and Speakeasy Big Daddy IPA and Little Hanky Panky. So it's just a really fun program to go to, show to go to, and most people that I know who have gone to any of their productions absolutely love them. The same with like SRT over in Sonora. And let me hop over there and see
what else is playing.
What else is playing, because a lot of theaters are starting up again.
They are starting up. It seems like the weather, everything kind of went dormant and everyone started going into rehearsal mode, and now those are starting to come to fruition.
It's actually, the Sierra, SRT is Sierra Repertory Theater. We kind of missed the boat on the first one of the season. So let me see. They are actually having an Elvis the Musical. Let me see when that will be. Let me just click on here. So this one actually, Elvis the Musical will be playing at East Sonora Theater March 4th through April 2nd. And they also are having Clue at the Fallon House. Which the Fallon House is like the perfect place to have a production of Clue. That will be April 8th through May 7th. And then there's even more later in the year. So Jersey Boys Misery, which...
that one you have to have. You got to have the mood for that one. But that is a fantastic story. And I imagine they're doing that one in October, because that would be a good time to do that.
August to September.
So right before creepy season.
Yeah, exactly. Right before creepy season is right. So they have an amazing lineup as well, just like Fourth Troop. So just go on over to their website at sierrarep.org and find out about their productions.
Perfect. And also, it is baseball season. So if you have any children who are looking to sign up for Little League or softball, Little League softball, or any of the baseball, bat and the ball kind of sport, the signups are happening now. So they have T-ball, coach pitch, they have your juniors, your majors, all of that. And then you can get them signed up and onto a team, so when the season starts, they're ready to go.
Yep, absolutely. And then we also have the World Pro Ski Tour that's going to be going on at Bear Valley. That'll be February 11th and 12th. The mountain will be open for regular skiers as well, but this is the only place that the World Pro Ski Tour is stopping in California.
Which is amazing,
which
like the opportunity.
Phenomenal. Yes, and I think we mentioned this before. There have not been any major ski tours stopping in Bear Valley since like the 70s, 60s or 70s is my understanding, which is a while ago. So that will go on Saturday and Sunday. I think the big prize for the entire tour is $500,000.
That's mind-boggling.
Yes, absolutely.
But they put so much work and money into this, so it's probably very well worth it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you're talking about like top tier athletes here. So slalom, dual giant slalom, NCAA, World Cup, and Olympic athletes. So if you wanted to see skiers at the top of their game ski, go on up to the mountain. And then we also have, there's a lot going on February 11th. I'm like, holy moly. Over in Sonora, the Poetry Out Loud competition will be going on. This is an annual competition. All 3 of our arts councils participate. It's a state of California competition, and it's where students read poetry.
And I think they've been doing this for, they've gotten the groundwork now, it's advancing upwards.
It is, and very frequently high school students from our area actually end up in the finals at the California, obviously, state capital, which is Sacramento.
We have talent in our counties.
We have much talent in many different directions.
Yep.
So the Poetry Out Loud competition in Tuolumne will be in Sonora, February 11th, and it will be at the Red Church in Sonora. 8 students from local high schools will be competing, and the opportunity to advance to the finals. So if you're interested in that, you can contact Tuolumne County Arts Council.
Perfect. And then also on February 11th is the Gold Rush Days at Columbia State Historic Park.
Yeah.
And this gets pretty crowded on really nice days.
It does. It really does.
So this is from 1 to 4 p.m. So it really is like stepping back in time.
It is.
And so they have I imagine they have the coach rides going on and all that on those days.
Yeah, they have the coach rides going on. They have the whole section where you can do gold mining.
Yeah. And then old-time photos.
Old-time photos.
Those are so much fun.
The mining camp you can go to.
They have great restaurants and they have ice cream. Ice cream shop down there, and it's just a great thing to take your kids to.
It is.
Just hang out.
It's living history.
It really is living.
It's living history. And the other place that is living history up here is the Chauncey State Park over there, because they have the different dwelling houses. They also, in the museum, they have a lot of different artifacts from the indigenous people, the Miwoks, and different parts of that tribe spell it differently, because there's actually different groups within that indigenous group, which is sort of fascinating. But over there, they can explain everything, and they know the history, and it's a really nice park to go to just to enjoy yourself. But they also have this huge grinding rock that's just like, holy moly, there must have been 5 million people grinding at the same time. Yeah.
Imagine the conversations they had then.
Oh, can you imagine? And then also on February 11th is Authors and Chocolates, presented by the AAUW. This is in Jackson, from 2 to 4. It will actually be on Saturday and Sunday, February 11th and February 12th.
Oh, that's cool.
At the Baker Street West at the Hine Bookstore.
I love that location.
Oh, it's
gorgeous.
Amazing. It really is. So Saturday afternoon will feature our friend Kathy Boyd Fuller, who writes these amazing novels. She just has started The Wrong Ocean.
Nice.
She's not starting it. It's first in a series, I believe. She can correct me if I'm wrong. Either way, it touches on father-daughter's relationship through Alzheimer's. And it travels from Cornwall, England to the States and back again. She's a wonderful writer. So she will be there Saturday afternoon.
Perfect.
And then, let me see. It's hard for me to scroll on this one.
Oh,
Sunday afternoon, Sharon Strong will speak. I don't know her. Do you know her?
I do not. I might have met her in passing, but I don't
Okay, so
know
she's
exactly.
a mask maker, And I believe, actually, the mask maker is ringing a bell. She's an amazing mask maker, because I remember doing an article on artists at one point. And she is a creator of some of the towering sculptures at Burning Man.
That's a cool.
Which is really cool. So she lives in Angels Camp in a straw bale house with her filmmaker husband. So, and it inspired her to write Burning Woman, which is a
great
passionate
title.
love story, which is perfect for this time of year.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to find out more, go to Amador ca.aauw.net.
Perfect.
Yeah, so.
And then, as always, if you have any littles, it is Messy Mornings Learning Through Play on Fridays. So Amador First Five does Dress for Mess, and this is on every Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Yep.
on Broadway in Jackson, 975 Broadway in Jackson. And this is just where you can take your kids under 5. They can play with other kids. You can meet adults with children who like ages,
Yep.
and make friends, because
Which can be
sometimes it's hard.
challenging.
Yeah, and we touch
hard,
that
yeah.
every time, but it's one of those things as parents that, especially
can
when
be
you
hard.
have younger kids that aren't in school,
Yeah.
it's that meet and greet, and
Yes,
this is a safe
absolutely.
environment. So
And of course, there, some of our favorites: Preston Castle, the Night Foundry,
The
over
Sierra
there,
Logging
the Sierra
Museum.
Logging Museum, and then Tuolumne County, they have the Veterans Museum and the Historical Museum over in Sonora. And then there is. Actually, there's two things I'm looking at. I'm like going back and forth. Which one do I talk about first? So the first one I'll talk about is the Gold Rush Tour Company has started a whiskey wagon.
this is so cool.
It looks really
This
fun.
is so cool.
It
Yes.
looks- and I don't even drink whiskey. I mean, I barely drink anything actually,
Yeah,
but
I'm the same
just
way,
looks
but
like
just
so
to
much
go
fun.
and hang out and just,
Yeah.
I mean, the videos that they post on their website looks like a blast.
It does. So they start at the Murphy's Pour House, and then they go to the Lube Room, and then they end at Howard's Mystic Saloon. This is typically what they do. Sometimes it changes. So if you are interested in taking the Whiskey Wagon Tour, make sure you contact the Gold Rush Tour Company. I would personally guarantee that you are not going to be disappointed. And then the other is the Calaveras County Visitors Bureau is doing a Back to Nature photo contest.
Ooh.
And it is, the theme of it is I Love Winter. Submissions are January 23rd to February 26th, 2023. I can't even believe it's 2023.
I know. It's
And-
going, and it's already started. It's not
already-
even like here, we're like in it.
Yeah, exactly. And you can win $100 or a $200 grand prize for your photos.
That's really cool.
And we know you have a lot on your cameras, right? Everybody takes photos. It's not like it was years ago where you had to actually develop everything and everybody was careful about what kind of photo they were taking. So we know you already have those photos on
You probably
your
have like
camera.
10 of one.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Probably plenty.
You could create a flip book, right? So you make sure you go over to the CVB, the Calaveras Visitors Bureau, cvb.org, and find out how to actually participate.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I think I'm done with my events, which we ran over a lot.
Yeah, I think we did. We went over a huge amount today. As ever, if you have an event and you want us to mention it, there are so many events that we feel badly that we don't hit all of them.
Yeah.
So make sure you let us know what your events are. Put us on your media list at calpeg7@gmail.com. You can just address it to Sarah or Sarah.
Yeah.
Either one of
It's
us
easy.
will see it. Yeah. It's really easy.
And also, if you have a pet and you want to share us your video and win bragging rights,
When bragging
you have
rights,
extended times
Yes.
until the 5th.
the 5th.
So get those
Absolutely.
videos in.
And there are a lot of fur babies at Calaveras Animal Services, and I know there are at Amador and Tuolumne as well. There's actually 4 huskies available now at Calaveras Animal Services that are just gorgeous.
Yep.
So 2 of them are a bonded
And if you
pair.
want to have that the ones that talk, that's amazing.
Oh, yeah,
That's so
absolutely,
cool.
absolutely. So make sure you contact them as well.
Perfect.
And we will see you again next week.
Yep.
So take care, we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.